What's up everybody, I'm back again and I'm here today to talk about Nike's Air Zoom Tempo Next Percent. That's right, this shoe is the little brother to Nike's new Air Zoom AlphaFly Next Percent. That's going to be the more common everyday use shoe for typical runners. So what I want to do is jump into some specs and highlight why this shoe is probably going to be the one that most of us are going to gravitate to when the release drops sometime this next summer. So let's get right into it. So basically when it comes to the Nike Tempo Next Percent shoe, it's got all the same major elements that the AlphaFly Next has, but it's got a few simple tweaks. So let's talk about three key components. The first one that's going to be the most noticeable is that the AlphaFly Next does have a customized carbon fiber plate in the shoe, but when it comes to the Tempo Next Percent, it's actually going to be a composite plate. And then the next thing that we have is the ZoomX foam in the midsole. You can definitely tell that AlphaFly Next has the most ZoomX foam in any shoe that we've probably seen, especially when it comes to the pictures on Elliot and his foot. But when it comes to the Tempo Next Percent shoe, it's also going to have the addition of the React foam in the heel to increase cushioning and comfort for long distances. Again, this is going to be the shoe for everyday runners, especially if you're into long distances and putting a lot of miles on shoes. And then finally, the third component is the two Zoom AirPods that are at the forefoot. That's going to actually maximize propulsion. So Zoom Air is not something that's new to Nike running shoes. They did start to show it a little bit more in the shoes having an exposed heel. So it is interesting to me that they did call it AirPods, especially with Apple. It's unique to me that they're going to use the same name because it can be confusing. But those are the three main components that create the Tempo Next Percent shoe that we all should be paying attention to. Now from what I've heard, this shoe actually is going to come in around $200 US dollars. We're still not sure what it is when it comes to the AlphaFly Next Percent shoe. I have a feeling it's at least going to be $250 or higher, especially with all the technology built into it. So for most of us, this shoe, the Tempo Next Percent, is probably going to be more in our wheelhouse. Unless you are an elite runner, then the AlphaFly Next is probably going to be the one that you're going to want to get. Regardless, both shoes are probably going to be hard to come by when they first launch. I know the Olympics is coming up this summer, so they're probably going to do a big push right before the Olympics because they're going to be highlighting their shoes in multiple different areas, especially within track and field. But for those of you that are into getting that high mileage, the Tempo Next Percent shoe is definitely going to be the one for you. I am excited to see what the ZoomX foam feels like in this one. Again, Nike's big thing is all about energy return and responsiveness. So I like the fact that they're working on giving energy back to the runners. For me as a runner, I know it's nice to get done with a big run and not have my legs feel completely dead. So I've noticed in the Turbo Pegasus along with the Nike Zoom Fly that my legs do feel better after the runs. I'm curious to see how well the Tempo Next Percent does do when it comes to giving energy back. And just how it feels on foot, especially with the composite plate in the shoe. And just how it holds up in general when it comes to long distances and wearing it into the ground. The Flyknit does look a little bit thicker. I don't know if it's the actual Atom knit on the shoe, the same as the AlphaFly Next, but it does look a little bit thicker or sturdier on the shoe. It does look like a one-piece upper again, just like the AlphaFly Next. But to me, I do think the Zoom AirPods is what makes the shoe pop, and that's what I'm most excited about, just to see how they feel on foot, especially since they're separate and not just one sturdy piece. So that's all I have for today on the Nike Air Zoom Tempo Next shoe that's going to be dropping later this summer. Hopefully they have an early release date for Nike members, just like they're going to with the AlphaFly Next Percent. Go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know if you're interested in picking up either of these shoes. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for future content. And until next time, YouTube, peace.